All right, welcome back to our special coverage of Hurricane Irene. Something I want to show you real quick. Rick Reichmuth has some fancy toys to watch this hurricane, but you can get them on your iPads, on your iPhones. I have one for $3 that shows you some incredible images. I mean, you're talking about animation, satellite photos. This one right here is called Hurricane Tracker, $3. There's Hurricane HD if you want to get a good look at what this storm looks like. It's amazing the technology available to schmoes like me.
Well, that's $3. Julie Banderas is absolutely free to the viewing public. She is live in the Battery Park here in New York City where, Julie, we're worried about the water
raining
down there. Yes, it is raining, but the big question is, what about the storm surge?
Yeah, well, the storm surge is a huge concern because last check it was at about 4 feet. That storm surge, what a storm surge is essentially large waves that are brought in by heavy winds. The good news is that we don't have a heavy wind situation right now. We are protected because all the mobile microwave and satellite trucks in lower Manhattan, right here, Battery Park City, where we are on the corner of Bridge and State Street, are all covered by buildings, so you don't have that same effect, whereas if you're standing out Long Island on a beach. However, if you're west of the storm, it's mainly a rain event, northwest of the storm. If you're southeast of the storm, it's mainly a wind event. The rain, though, is going to be a huge problem for lower Manhattan for many, many reasons. Number one, the power supply that powers all of New York City and Manhattan, essentially. Con Edison has said that if these storm surges become too much of a problem, they'll go ahead and proceed any kind of flooding situation where in the vaults underground where the cables and the electric and all of that is stored, they'll go ahead and shut off the power to 17,000 people just as a precaution. And that could take up to 3 days to restore. Right now, we've already gotten reports of widespread outages throughout New York City, not Manhattan yet, but some 40,000 people without power in the New York City area, 160,000 people without power in New Jersey. The bridges are still open. That's the good thing. So if people haven't heeded the evacuation warnings, these are actually NYPD vehicles. They are armed with these audio equipment that are essentially letting out these sirens, telling people if you haven't gotten out yet, please do. The flooding situation has already begun here in lower Manhattan, and we're only expecting to see more of it, considering the main rain event is far from over. The winds should be kicking up as well. We're also going to be moving location, get a little closer to the water once it becomes safe enough. As for the local transportation, all of the New York City subways are going to be shut down until at least late Monday. Flooding situation underground in the subway is a huge problem in New York City. They have to use hundreds of pumps in order to get the water out and make it safe for residents to go in. So New York City at a standstill. The financial district obviously will not be business as usual come tomorrow morning. Back to you.
All right, Julie Banderas in the rain, lower Manhattan. Thank you very much.
Well, Hurricane Irene is leaving millions of Americans on the East Coast without power. We're 3 million plus. How long before service is back online is what everybody wants to know, because it's not fun after a hurricane when it's hot out to have to deal with this. And is the worst behind us? We're going to talk about it coming up next.